everyone. Now we start to learn acupuncture and moxibustion. Today we will talk about the second point, the origin, the development of acupuncture and moxibustion. Acupuncture and moxibustion is one of the most distinctive disciplines in TCM. It originated from the Stone Age in Chinese primitive society. In primitive society, our ancestors gradually accumulated knowledge about acupuncture and moxibustion through primitive medical practice. The earliest tool of acupuncture and moxibustion is stone needle. So, what is stone needle? It was said that the stone is used to treat diseases in the book 说文解字. The stone needle is mainly used in the Neolithic period of our primitive society. In Sui dynasty, Quan Yuanqi has said in the annotation of Su Wen that stone needle is an external treatment in ancient times, which has three names. The first name is stone needle. It is used as needle. The second name is 扁石. It is flat. The third name is 禅石. In fact, they are the same thing. In ancient times, there was no cast iron technology, so stone was used as a needle. The stone is hard and sharp. It can be used as a needle. It can be said that stone needle is a predecessor of our metal needle. In the era of stone needle, there may be bone needles as well as bamboo needles. However, we can't find it now. The functions of stone needle can be summarized into three aspects. First, it can be used to prick skin and vessels, remove blood stasis, and activate blood circulation to treat diseases. Second, stone needle is sharp at one end and smooth at another, so we can use it to massage the ear area. Third, because our ancestors suffered from sores and ulcers in ancient times, they used sharp stone needles to cut the abscess and discharge the pus, and then recovered. There are many records about stone needle. It records in Su Wen that the East is the birth of heaven and earth. Where it's abundant with fish and salt, people live along the seaside and water and enjoy much fish and salt. People live and work in peace and enjoy delicious foods. The fish may produce heat, and the salt may fry the blood. Therefore, they are dark-skinned of people, and prone to carbon and abscess. People in the coastal area eat more salty and greasy food, so they are more prone to carbon and abscess. The treatment method, especially with stone needle, that's why it is said that the stone needle comes from the East. The East here refers to Shandong in China, along the eastern seaboard. In the Sanhai Jing, it is recorded that the high mountains is in Shandong, and the east coastal area is a high mountain. There are stones like jade on their mountain. The stones on their mountains are very good. Some stones can be used as jade, and some can be made into needle. The stones unearthed here are sharp at one end and smooth at another, and are used for massage, which can be used to massage. Next, let's learn the origin of the moxibustion. First of all, the moxibustion is definitely related to the use of fire. Our ancestors found that they could relieve the cold and cure the diseases by warming themselves surrounding the fire. Besides, applying hot compress can relieve pain and treat diseases. After long and repeated clinical practice, they could choose some moxibustion materials. Which moxibustion materials are the best? Our ancestors have gone through long-term and repeated clinical practice. Through continuous screening, they find that moxa is the best moxibustion material. Moxa has many features. First, it is easy to burn. Second, when it burns, it is fragrant and smells good. Third, moxa is not easy to drop dust and fly around. Fourth, which also the most importantly, mugwort can warm the meridians and treat many diseases. About the origin of moxibustion, there are many records in Asian literature. It records in Su Wen that in the north, the heaven and earth is frozen. People live by mountains and hills, and are often in a windy, cold, and ice environment. People in there preferred nomadic life and consume milk and cattle and sheep. People in this area perform nomadic life and consume milk of cattle and sheep. So their internal organs are cold and prone to bloating diseases. We should adopt moxibustion to treat these diseases. Moxibustion means burning, which comes from the north and is related to warming fly, and it is related to warming by fire. Second, let's take a look at the formation of the theoretical system of acupuncture and moxibustion. Acupuncture and moxibustion, as a theory, was formed from the spring and autumn period and the warring states period of the Qing, was formed from the spring and autumn period and the warring states period to the Qing and Han dynasties. During this period, our country entered the feudal society from slave society, and the overall productivity developed rapidly. There was no metal and smithing before, but there was already metal at that time. Moreover, the rapid revolution of the society system from slave society to the feudal society, in particularly some progress, exchange, and collections have been made in academic thought. Various theories were produced during the spring and autumn period and the warring states period. Academic thinking was very active at this time. The rapid development of ancient philosophy, such as the theory of yin and yang, the five elements, and so on, have promoted the development of acupuncture and moxibustion from practical experience to theoretical level. One of the most notable signs of the highly developed theory is the completion of the book Yellow Imperial Internal Canon, which marked the formation of the complete theoretical system of acupuncture theory, method, formula, acupoints, and techniques. Therefore, the formation of a theoretical system of acupuncture and moxibustion is earlier. As all we know, Yellow Imperial's internal canon. As we all know, Yellow Imperial's internal canon is the most important and earliest classical of TCM. It not only lays foundation for the series of knowledge system, such as the basic theory of TCM, but also marks the formation of acupuncture and moxibustion theory. Internal canon made a comprehensive and systematic arrangement of the medical experience of acupuncture and moxibustion from the warring states period to the Qing and Han dynasties, which laid solid foundations for the development of acupuncture and moxibustion theory and practice in late generations. In addition, internal canon systematically expounds the theory of meridians and collectories. The theory of meridians and collectories, including the 12 regular meridians, the 8 extra meridians, and 12 diverged meridians, and so on, is comprehensively and systematically introduced in internal canon. It includes the concept, composition, circulation, and symptoms, the function and clinical application of meridians and collectories. Besides, after thoroughly studying the internal canon, we found that there are 5 questions worth further research. In internal canon, the 12 meridian theory and 11 meridian theory are coexist. There may be theory of 11 meridians per vessel. And then, the 12 meridians were formed in the age of internal canal. Both of these two theories are found in internal canal. What kind of relationship are they? Second, the circulation of the 3 meridians of foot is absent from the meridian circulation on the chest and abdomen in internal canal. There are many acupoints on the body surface, while without the circulation of meridians. The 3 meridians of foot reach the base of the thigh, enter the body cavity, and contact the viscera, but how to come out of the body surface is not recorded. Third, the concept of meridian qi and its circulation are discussed in internal canon in many ways. So, what is essence of meridian qi? How does meridian qi circulate? We also need to understand it well. Fourth, in internal canal, when talking about the disease of the meridians and clitoris, there are 2 very important keywords. The first is the disease of 视动, and the second is the disease of 所生. How to explain these 2 words has been argued by doctors for many than 2,000 years. The essential part of meridians and clitoris is 8 extra meridians. It's very complicable. The essential part of the meridians and clitoris, about 8 extra meridians, are very complicated, including the governor vessel and the bladder meridian, the thoroughfare vessel and the kidney meridian. The initiation and distribution of the yin link vessel and the yang link vessel are very complicated. The understanding and application of the 8 extra meridians in these theories deserves further study. Second, internal canal also comprehensively introduced the theory of acupoints. The acupoints we just talked about refers to the concept of the acupoints, emphasize that acupoint is qi, a crossing point, qi house, and bone place. The number of acupoints is also introduced. There are many monographs on acupoints in the internal canal, such as qi point, qi house, and so on. According to our preliminary statistics, there are about 116 acupoints in internal canal. As for the methods for locating acupoints, it proposed method of bone length measurement, autonomically landmarks, and pain-indicating acupoints. In addition, in the chapter of 本书 of 灵书, also introduced some specific points, acupoints, and clinical application. Regarding acupoints, there are also 3 aspects in internal canon deserving feature. Regarding acupoints, there are also 3 aspects in internal canon deserving further studies. First, the essence of acupoints. We have developed a series of large projects to explore the scientific foundation of acupoints and their essence. Second, internal canon emphasizes a corresponding view of nature and human beings, specifically mentioning that there are 365 acupoints. But we only have 362 so far. 3 is absent. How did this number come from? Third, in the chapter of 本书 of 灵书, specifically discusses some important acupoints, including a series of the key points of the leg, which is very important, but they are rarely used in clinical practice now. So why was the key acupoints of the leg so important at that time? Third, regarding the techniques of acupuncture and moxibustion, the theory of techniques of acupuncture and moxibustion was also eloquently discussed in internal canon, including the manufacture and selection of acupuncture. of acupuncture and moxibustion tools. In the chapter of Guanzhen of Lingshu, there are operation principles. In the chapter of Guanshu of Lingshu, there are operation principles, restrictions and guidance, and manipulations, moxibustion theory, and so on. It is very comprehensive. It mentioned the application of line needles. As for line needles, it is also very comprehensive. Line needles vary in length and size, and each has its own specialty. At present, only one needle, filful needle, is used, and the other 8 needles are seldom used in clinical practice. We should explore and apply other needles in the future. In addition, some acupuncture methods are mentioned, including 5-needle methods, 9-needling, and 12-needling methods, involving a series method of deep insertion, shallow insertion, and flat insertion. It is rarely used in clinical practice nowadays. Third, it repeatedly emphasizes the relationship between reinforcing and reducing and adjusting qi. Fourth, it also mentions moxibustion, how to reinforce and reduce. This should be further studies. Fourth, internal canon also comprehensively introduced the clinical application of acupuncture and moxibustion, including the effect, principles of acupoint selection, methods of matching acupoints, and prescriptions of acupuncture and moxibustion. The prescriptions for acupuncture and moxibustion, including prescription with various acupoints in internal canon. For example, there are 59 acupoints or 57 acupoints to treat some severe diseases, or some miscellaneous and difficult diseases, and so on. There are also prescriptions with a single acupoint or even acupoint meridians. There are more than 100 kinds of diseases treated. Internal canon mentioned our clinical efficacy standards of acupuncture and moxibustion. We think it is of great scientific significance, that is, the harmony of meridian qi. After acupuncture, if the meridian qi becomes harmonious, we can stop. The harmony of meridian qi is the standard for judging the efficacy of acupuncture and moxibustion. After internal canon, Nanjing has published, which greatly supplemented the contents of internal canon, and further completed and enriched the theoretical system of acupuncture and moxibustion. The contribution of Nanjing to acupuncture and moxibustion mainly includes the following 4 aspects. First, it further supplements and enriched the theory of meridians and clitoris on the basis of Yellow Emperor's internal canon, especially the first building of the 8 extra meridian system. What is 8 extra meridians? It is very accurate in Nanjing. It introduces the physiological function, circulation, symptoms, and diseases of the 8 extra meridians detailedly and accurately. Now, we take the narration of the 8 extra meridians in Nanjing as a classical. Second, it has facilitated the development of the theory of acupoints and greatly supplemented the content of acupoints. 8 influential points was first seen in Nanjing. Third, regarding the techniques of acupuncture, Nanjing also makes huge contributions. It puts forward that manipulating needles with 2 hands, the left hand and the right hand must work together. In order to better operate the needles, the incision and manipulation of the needles must be coordinated with both hands. In addition, it also discusses the relationship between acupuncture and the yin and wei. The depth of acupuncture is closely related to the circulation and the distribution of yin and wei. In addition, it put forward the methods of reducing Jing whale point and prick yin spring point, and some seasonal acupuncture methods, such as shallow insertion in spring and summer, deep insertion in autumn and winter, and so on. This method including mother supplementing, child draining method. Fourth, as for the treatment of acupuncture and moxibustion, it mainly focused on the clinical application of the 5 shoe points. It summarized the scope of indication of the 5 shoe points. Chin whale point is generally indicated in epigastric fullness. Yin spring point is Fabry disease. Su string point in heaviness and joint pain. Jing river point in asthma and coughing with fever. He Si point in qi rebellion with diarrhea. This is a classic clinical application of the 5 shoe point. In addition, there are some reinforcing and reducing methods like drawing the south and supplement the loss. This is a formation of the theoretic system of acupuncture and moxibustion, which is marked by internal canon.